Man, UFL, they spoiled us this first week of football.
Oh, yeah, football is totally back.
Glory be to Jesus Christ.
Glory forever. Welcome to Dynamite Duo Sports, the podcast where we break down the UFL's top storylines with the facts, including the fact that there are some records in the UFL that are already being broken. It's only week 1. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Antonios.
And today, we're going to give you our recap of week 1 of the UFL season, and also I'm going to give you a top 5. And I'll surprise you guys on what that is later. But first, before we get into all of that, this is going to be our 100th video on YouTube. So we appreciate all of you guys that keep watching and tuning in. And be sure, if you're new here, to like, subscribe, and we'll keep growing together. So let's get right into it. So first game, opening night. Now don't let the score fool you. This was actually a really good game.
A lot of twists and turns.
Right. So the Stallions take down the newcomer Louisville Canes 15-13. Now, I will say the quarterback playing this game was actually pretty good. I will say it's actually really, really good. I was like, is this what it's gonna be like the rest of the season, rest of the other teams? And it turns out, kind of, and it got a little better. But I'll get to that later. So Stallions quarterback Matt Corral, former Ole Miss quarterback, 21 out of 30, 208 yards and a touchdown. He was basically solid. He managed the game really well. Didn't really make any crucial mistakes.
Besides the one fumble, but otherwise consistent.
Yep. And then they had a wide receiver went over 100 yards. Jay Mickens had 9 receptions for 103 yards. Now, the one weakness on the Stallions, though, from this game is their kicker.
Yeah, the kicker's so bad. I bet they missed Brandon Aubrey. That's for sure.
They missed Brandon Aubrey. They also missed the thicker kicker who was there last season.
I would say this is like the first year I think where they have had like a bad like with probably the worst kicker out of all the teams.
It's definitely their worst kicker that they've ever had.
Yeah.
But yeah, so other than that, Stallions looking pretty good. Then the
Louisville,
not Los Angeles. That is hockey or whatever it is. The Louisville Canes quarterback Jason Bean. I need to look up where he played because he actually looked really good. He was 14 out of 27.
He looked good, but made a lot of mistakes.
He made one mistake.
No, but there are many other times where he made a lot of risky plays that could have been turned over. And the one mistake he made cost him the game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
So the pressure, he got pressured. He got pressured, and he threw
a couple mistakes,
and he threw the ball to a triple covered player. It's called succumbing to the pressure. Which again, he has a lot of potential. I totally agree, and he did play well. But it's definitely a thing to watch out for the whole season because if you choke like that, that can come back to haunt you in the future.
Okay, so let me actually tell you what his numbers were. 14 out of 27.
Don't care about numbers. If you
Hey, my turn. Let me finish.
Doesn't matter if you throw an interception in the game. The whole stats, gone.
Oh, my goodness. The whole game, his receivers were dropping the ball, and they tipped up and intercepted the other team. So the stats actually he actually played better than his stats say.
No. Oh, no, he played well, but then at the very end, he threw an interception at the most critical part of the game. You just like Dak. So
he's Jordan Love.
No, that's Dak.
That's Jordan Love. That's Jordan Love.
That's Dak Prescott.
He did that against the 49ers in the playoffs.
He did that one time against 49ers.
That's exactly what he did in this game.
And the last time Jordan Love played in the playoffs, he did pretty well until in the second half when like his whole offense line decided to collapse on him.
Yeah.
So, but no, Seppi, the most popular quarterback that if anyone in the comments comment down that you can relate to that is Dak Prescott in the NFL right now.
It's not.
Yes, 100%.
Well, then in that case, he'd be the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles.
I mean,
anyway,
who knows with the whole beef with the Eagles? But that's a whole nother separate thing.
Yeah. Anyway, and also for Louisville Canes, they could not run the football at all. Like their run game was there are a few teams. Yeah, I'm gonna mention.
Yeah, but see, Birmingham sometimes got the run game on, but then other times they weren't. It's like the whole game there was no consistent.
They were okay.
No, yeah, like there's one guy specific running back. I don't remember his name, but he was the only one that actually could get yards. But overall in that whole game, the run game for both teams was just like non-existent.
Right. But luckily, quarterback play did make up for it, and honestly, it was a really enjoyable game to watch.
Yes.
So
yeah, like you said, the score kind of deceives you because the quarterbacks were moving downfield. So there's just a lot of turnovers in the game, that
I think
changed it around.
I think the Stallions punted once in the game.
Something like that. But the games do move a little faster with the flow.
Yeah.
So,
But again, there was like 7 points left on the board because there was 2 missed field goals and extra point miss
by the Stallions.
Yeah.
So they could have been like walloping them, but same with the Kings. The Kings could score in certain situations too. So
yeah. All right. Then we had the Defenders lose to the Battlehawks 16-10,
which is probably out of all the games I watched, probably the most boring game this week.
Yeah. So
except
what are you talking about?
Except for the one really cool play that happened in that game.
Oh yeah. So we had the first 60-yard field goal worth 4 points in the UFL this week. The DC Defenders kicker made the kick, so now he is on every NFL team's radar. Needs a kicker. The Giants,
Packers,
Pointers. If Pinero gets hurt,
yeah, if he gets hurt, yeah,
because of the substation. Other than that, though, the Defenders looked really, really bad. So,
well, okay, defensively they were good,
defensively
as they normally are, but their offense,
their offensive line could not protect their quarterback, who's supposed to be good, but I guess with a bad offensive line, every good quarterback's gonna look bad.
Yeah, it was rough for the Defenders because I was watching I didn't watch the whole game, but I watched like half of it, and what I saw literally was Defenders. You're not going to be able to win any games if you can't protect a quarterback for more than like a second.
Yep.
Then Battlehawks on the other side, good defense, and then
Okay,
solid
quarterback play.
Solid quarterback play.
Brandon Silvers was their starting quarterback, 16 out of 28, 198 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, and against
So
the Defenders,
solid.
the Defenders defense, who did play well, it was solid.
It was solid.
The Battlehawks basically played like the Seahawks last year, where it's like their defense was doing well, that the offense just had to do a little bit just to win it.
Right. And also shout out to the St. Louis crowd. 31,000 fans showed up for that game. And also in the first game of the season, they had about 14,000 in a 15,000 capacity stadium, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, so it seemed full, and it was cool to see that.
Yep.
And also, I'm pretty sure one of the Battlehawks receivers did like really well in that game, though. I just can't remember if someone did, or is it a different game?
You're thinking of the next game.
Yes.
Let's get to it. So in this game, the Gamblers lost to the Dallas Renegades 36-17. Now the big story coming out of this game is quarterback. Do you remember his name?
No.
Austin Reed. He
cool name.
went off in this game. 26 out of 40 for 376 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. And from watching that game, Renegades look like the team to beat right now.
The most well-rounded team.
Because their defense did well. Their offense did beyond well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a great game. And also, defense got a pick 6 in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, so, let's just say that
best well-rounded team.
Well, here's the thing: the Houston Gamblers, they started one quarterback. He sucked. They put the other guy again. He was serviceable.
Who did pretty well, actually.
Yeah, he actually did pretty good.
He actually did pretty well.
Yeah, quarterback Hunter Deckers for the Houston Gamblers, 19 of 29 for 227 yards. Didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
So
227 total yards. I think they include rushing.
No, he had more with rushing yards, but
okay.
I just included passing yards because that's all that people talk about. But they could not run the ball one iota at all. I looked at their stats. They could not run at all.
Yeah.
It was so bad. I looked at the stats. It was so bad. But let's not focus on the bad team. Let's focus on the good team. We want to focus on the players that make it to the NFL. Tyler Vaughn's wide receiver for them at 144 yards on 7 receptions.
That's the player I was thinking about. Yep.
He went off with his quarterback. And, yeah, let's just say the Renegades are definitely a team to beat.
Renegades team beat. And also, if this quarterback keeps it up, because it is week 1, never know what happens. If he keeps this up, he's definitely a quarterback NFL team out there could draft as a backup. Like, he's definitely...
Well, no, they just sign him.
Just sign him to...
Jalen Hurts replacement.
Hey, Jets. I mean, why not?
Why not? It's worth a shot.
Worth a shot. You took back Geno Smith. You guys might have one of the worst seasons ever this year.
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson, get out there while you can.
Yeah, one can dream. Anyway, then to cap off the week, we had the Columbus Aviators lose in a... Well, they were trying to come back, but they didn't, so they failed.
Well, it did get pretty close in the end, though. It got close in the end.
So, the Orlando Storm beat the Columbus Aviators 23-16, and they were driving down the field, and then they got stuck at around the 40-yard line. They took a sack, clock winding down, and they throw a play. He threw it short of the line of the game. The clock was run out anyway, and they didn't get they never got a chance.
Yeah, so like the Storm was kind of like had a good lead from in the beginning of the game, but then they started catching back up. So the last like 10 minutes of the game was close,
Mhm.
so it made it interesting, and it was a good way to cap off the first week of the UFL.
But
I mean, you go ahead.
yeah, in this game though, the run games were actually existed. So, but let's start with the quarterbacks though. So the Aviators quarterback Jalen McClendon, I have never heard of him before, but he did pretty solid too. He had 21 out of 32 for 212 yards. Don't think he turned the ball over at all. Those are pretty clean game too in terms of turnovers for the most part, except for on the starting kickoff where the Aviators did fumble the ball, which led to a touchdown, I think.
Yep, which that came back to bite them. If you look at the score,
Yep.
came back to bite them.
And then the running game had 22 carries overall for 120 yards.
Yep.
So pretty solid, over 5 yards a carry. So at least there's two teams that know how to run the football. That's what I learned from this. And then the Storm quarterback, Jack Plummer, son of Jake Plummer, if you know who I'm talking about, back like 25 years ago when he was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Look him up. He went 17 for 22 for 240 yards and a touchdown. Only 5 incompletions. He did have one really bad throw that should have been a pick.
Yeah.
But other than that, he was very good.
And then he did technically throw 2 interceptions to other places, but those were penalties on the defense.
Yeah, no, he was being smart.
So he was being smart.
He was just like, here, just throw it up, try to catch it.
That's why I like about those. He saw something. He's like, oh, so it's a free throw. Kind of like it's the same the way Aaron Rodgers threw the ball. It's like Aaron Rodgers saw there's a penalty. He's like, oh, there's a penalty, and he knew it was on defense.
Just chuck it.
He's chucking it. He's doing something with it to see if it's worth it. So, but I just want to say too, Orlando Storm has the Battlehawks head coach from last year.
Yep.
And so
and also they have some pretty good wide receivers on their team too.
Yes.
I forget like KJ Hamler. He was drafted by the Broncos back in 2020. Also played for the Bills a little bit. He's a pretty solid wide receiver. So
yeah.
He'll probably get a chance at the NFL after this season.
And even though we just talked about the Storm's head coach, I want to talk about the Aviators head coach.
Okay.
So at halftime, before
are you talking about their defensive coordinator or their head coach?
It might be their defense coordinator.
It's their defensive coordinator. Someone else.
Okay, so that one who was talking to defense coordinator, when they asked him at the end about the team, he basically just sounded really snobby about how the team needs to trust the coach.
Well, actually, that was during when he was calling to play, and they were asking what's going on.
It was also for halftime when they asked him. Like right at halftime, they interviewed Orlando's head coach, and then I don't know if it was the head coach.
No. At halftime, Tegan Jr. didn't say that.
Well, then who was the one?
It was the defensive coordinator. It wasn't halftime.
It was halftime. No.
It wasn't.
Sebby, at halftime, they talked to Orlando Storm, and then they talked to the Aviators, and that was when the coach says that the team just gotta trust the coach's calls and such. Like I know we made some mistakes, but as coaching calls, but they still gotta trust us. Like it was a little weird. It felt like the chemistry between them and the players was not good. So when I heard that, I had zero confidence they were gonna come back and that they were gonna win the game, even though it was like 9-6 at halftime.
Now they nearly did come back, which is also kind of impressive, honestly. But
yeah. But yes, it looks like, in my opinion, the 3 teams to look out for right now is the Orlando Storm, the Renegades, and it's kind of like a tie between
Stallions,
Battlehawks,
even Kings too.
Even Kings look interesting.
It's just the teams that just look bad where the defenders are gamblers.
The 2 obvious good teams, I think, are Orlando Storm and the Dallas Renegades, though, right now.
Yeah.
I think those are 2.
I might take the Stallions over the Storm just because of experience.
The only reason why I wouldn't is simply because their kicker.
That's true.
Only
you know
reason
what?
why.
You know what? Yeah, tiebreaker goes to the better kicker.
Yeah, and the Storm's kicker did well in that game.
Yeah,
he made like a 52-yarder.
Yep.
I think I don't know if he made a bigger field goal too, but his kick, that 50-yarder, it was just gliding.
It looked like Brandon Aubrey,
nice
actually.
Spin.
It reminded me of Brandon Aubrey.
So it looked really nice. Like a beautiful kick.
So, yep, those were all the games. Overall, a really, really solid start to the UFL season. And I will just say, I'm not expecting this quality of quarterback play from over half the quarterbacks every week. So,
but if it does happen,
I'm pretty happy with it. Also, a team should trade for Luis Perez from the Dallas Renegades because there's no way he's starting. He's better than most of the quarterbacks that weren't good this week. So, with that being said, I am going to give you my top 5 UFL quarterbacks based on week 1 of the season. So, starting with, there'll be numbers that pop up. Boom. Top 5. Now, at number 5, I have Hunter Deckers from the Houston Gamblers. So, he came into the game after they were already dug a hole too deep to climb out of, basically.
Mhm.
And also the fact that they had a superstar quarterback on the other side of the field.
Yeah, basically they just couldn't come back because they kept scoring.
Right.
So.
So he did a solid job. I think that once he gets more starter reps, I think that he might actually be solid. Number 4, I have Matt Corral.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reason being,
Just clean football.
he was just clean and didn't do anything like super impressive. That's why he's at number 4. Now, you might get a little mad at who I have at number 3. I have Jason Bean from the Louisville Kings. Just because of the potential I see.
There's potential.
So-
Like if he can fix what he's doing, there's potential. So I'm not gonna hate. It's week 1. I'm not gonna just straight out disagree with that.
Right. And also, but
He's also kind of flashy, so it's kind of cool
he's
to watch
flashy.
him.
He's flashy. And also, his deep ball is very crisp, except for that one where he
The
threw the
one in the,
interception.
the pressure throw.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So, other than that, though, also, by the way, coaching staff, tell your quarterback not to throw it deep when you have like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and all you need is a field goal.
And you need a field
So
goal.
if that was the call by the coach, yeah, coach,
Yeah,
that's your
That's
fault.
what I'm thinking it might have been, so I don't fully blame him for it.
Yeah, who knows?
At number 2,
That's a fair argument.
I have Jack Plummer from the Orlando Storm.
Yeah.
He honestly, if it wasn't for one quarterback, we would all be talking about
Yeah.
him.
He had good game management and
also, he
reading
put
the
up good,
field.
really good numbers, though. He averaged more than 10 yards a throw.
Right. And all
So-
but like he also took opportunities of penalties on defense like we talked about
Right.
earlier.
It's very
So.
veteran quarterback savvy, I would say, is what he
Yeah.
is.
Like he has good knowledge of the game. So
Right. And at number 1, you guys know who it is. It's
Austin
Austin
Reed.
Reed from the Dallas Renegades.
gotta be.
And definitely the leader for UFL MVP right now, even though I don't know if it's actually gone to a quarterback yet, actually, for these leagues.
I don't know, but if he keeps it up,
If he keeps putting up over 300 yards a game.
or if Jack Plummer keeps it up and him instead, like it's right. This is the year where we might get a star UFL quarterback.
Right. And honestly, he should probably get signed by a team to not only be, but I think definitely to be second string, but potentially also to be the
A
starter.
starter in the future. Yeah.
So,
Totally valid.
yep.
Where's he? Do you know where he's from? Or did I completely miss
Jack
that?
Plummer?
Yeah. No. Austin Reed.
Oh.
We'll look
I
into
don't
that
remember.
another time.
Yeah,
So,
I'll look into that. But also, you guys look it up, and also make sure to look up the highlights of all these guys because they were all pretty impressive. So that's my top 5. We got Hunter Deckers, Matt Corral, Jason Bean, Jack Plummer, and Austin Reed.
cool names.
So what do you give my list? How about that? You grade it?
It's week 1, so I'm gonna give it an A. It's solid. I'm not give A plus just because the Kings thing, but I understand why you put it there.
Mhm.
So yeah, A.
Yay! All right. So let us know what you think down in the comments below. Which games did you tune into? What was your favorite game of the weekend? Also, who was your favorite player? And also, comment your favorite jerseys as well. We're gonna have a top 5 jerseys video coming out later this week. So yeah, be sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thank you so much for watching. I'm Giuseppe,
I'm Antonios.
and this has been Dynamite Duo Sports 100th video.
You throw yours first.
Okay, and let's see. I'm gonna throw right there. Oh yeah,
That was really good.
that's the best throw I've ever done.
I don't think I'm gonna top that.
Yeah, you
I
totally
threw
did.
right over the top, but camera view not as pretty.
I win.